This is a book called Suzy Swoof about being kind. Suzy Swoof. In the trees that topped the tallest roofs there lived some people known as Swoofs. They built their houses up so high because Swoofs had wings and liked to fly. They flew for school, they flew for play. Most Swoofs liked it fine that way, except for little Suzy Swoof. Flying made poor Suzy woozy. She tried to leave the ground. Her head just started spinning round. She got so scared her wings just stopped. Down she fell, and then kerplop! And all the Swoofs up in the trees would point at her and laugh and tease. The meanest of them all was Ruth. How she picked on Suzy Swoof! She made up names like Scaredy Swoof, Chicken Wings, and Swoof the Goof. When Suzy asked if she could play, Ruth would tell her, "Go away!" Worse than that, Ruth told her friends, "Ignore that Swoof goof if you can. Don't talk to her, don't let her play. Just laugh at her and fly away." That would make poor Suzy cry. How she wished that she could fly. The other Swoofs had so much fun. They had friends, but she had none. And since she was afraid to fly, she couldn't have a house up high. Her little house was on the ground, all alone, but safe and sound. There came a cloudy summer's day when the Swoofs went out to play. Suzy had heard some Swoof kids play. Some say, "Let's pack our picnic lunch today. We'll play and lie on blankets in the sun. We'll play some games. Won't that be fun?" Then Ruth saw Suzy down below. She didn't even say hello. Instead, she shouted, "Scaredy Swoof!" as they flew over Suzy's roof. Away they went across the sky, leaving Suzy Swoof to cry. Feeling lonely, sad and sick, she gave a little stone a kick and started walking toward the woods. She thought a walk might do her good. There they were, all in a bunch, the Swoof kids with their picnic lunch. They laughed and danced and played Swoof tag. They played Swoof ball and snatched the flag. Suzy watched them from the woods. She would have joined them if she could, but Ruth was out there, mean old Ruth, and she'd be so cruel to Suzy Swoof. So there she stayed, beneath the trees, peeking through the twigs and leaves. Suddenly, across the sky, a big black cloud came rumbling by. The clouds grew darker than the night. It gave the Swoof kids quite a fright. The giant trees began to sway. The Swoof kids packed their things away. The raindrops fell, the wind grew strong. They tried to fly, but not for long. The stormy sky just spun them round and sent them tumbling to the ground. Down the pounding raindrops poured, lightning cracked and thunder roared. The little Swoof kids just sat and bawled, and mean old Ruth bawled worst of all. But Suzy Swoof was not afraid. She liked to play out in the rain. She put her big rain jacket on and ran across the meadow lawn. She hooked the Swoofs up cheerfully and shouted, "Come on, follow me." Underneath the stormy sky, they ran to Suzy's house to dry. She lit a fire and brought them tea and made them as toasty as could be. But still their tears went on and on. "You're safe," said Suzy. "What is wrong?" "We're safe," sniffed Ruth, "but now we're sad. You've been so kind and we were so bad. We called you awful, horrible names. We never let you play our games. And now you've saved us from that storm. You gave us tea and made us warm. Please forgive us if you can. We'll be not mean again." This made Suzy Swoof so pleased she gave them each a giant squeeze. "I forgive you," Suzy said. She smiled until her cheeks turned red. From that day on, the Swoofs were kind and Suzy wasn't left behind. They made up games that she could play, and many, many friends were made. Best of all was mean old Ruth. She was kind to Suzy Swoof. She even made an all-out try at teaching Suzy how to fly. She failed, of course, but in the end they became best of friends.